You know that feeling. It's a quiet Tuesday night, or maybe a Saturday afternoon. You pick up your phone just to scroll, just to connect, and you notice it, a profound, hollow silence. The group chat has been quiet for days. The friends who usually send you funny videos haven't. The person you were speaking to every day has suddenly gone distant. It's like a volume knob on your social life has been turned all the way down, and nobody told you why. The first thought is always the same, isn't it? What did I do? You retrace your steps, replay conversations in your head. Did I say something wrong? Am I being too much or not enough? It feels deeply personal. It feels like a rejection, a failure, a punishment for some crime you didn't even know you committed. This feeling of sudden isolation, right when you're on the verge of making a huge change in your life, a new career, a move to a new city, the end of a long relationship, or a deep spiritual awakening, is one of the most confusing and painful experiences we go through. It feels like the universe is pulling the rug out from under you just when you need the support most. But here's the thing. What if this silence isn't a punishment at all? What if it's a preparation? What if it's not about them pulling away from you, but about your own reality making space for what's coming next? Think about it this way. Imagine a large tree in late autumn. It starts to drop its leaves. One by one, the beautiful, vibrant connections to the summer sun fall away, leaving the branches bare. Does the tree do this because it hates its leaves? Does it feel like a failure for letting them go? No, it's an act of profound wisdom. The tree is withdrawing its energy from the outside world, pulling it back into its trunk, its core, its roots. It's gathering all of its life force for the immense effort of surviving the winter and bursting forth with new growth in the spring. It cannot create new, vibrant green leaves if it's still trying to hold on to the old, dying ones. The letting go is a necessary part of the becoming, and what's happening to you in that quiet moment with your silent phone is exactly the same. Your entire being, your mind, your body, your energy is preparing for a monumental shift. You are on the threshold of becoming a new version of yourself. And this process requires an incredible amount of energy, an amount you simply don't have if you're spending it all maintaining connections that belong to your past. This isn't just a pretty metaphor. The science is starting to catch up to this ancient wisdom. Neuroscientists talk about a process called synaptic pruning. Your brain, to learn and grow and adapt, literally snips away the connections between neurons that are no longer being used. It cleans house. It gets rid of the old wiring to make space for new, more efficient, more relevant pathways to form. What is happening in your life is a perfect mirror of what is happening inside your brain. The network of your relationships is being pruned. The connections that defined your old self, your old habits, your old ways of thinking and being are naturally falling away because you are no longer sending energy to them. Your internal landscape is changing so profoundly that the external landscape has no choice but to reflect it. Look at it like this. Every person is broadcasting a certain signal, a kind of signature that is unique to them. It's made up of your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional state, your intentions. For years, you've been broadcasting on a particular channel, and you gathered a wonderful community of people whose receivers were all tuned to that exact same channel. You understood each other. You resonated. But now, you're changing. You're healing. You're growing. You're asking bigger questions. your signal is shifting. The actual broadcast is changing its nature, moving to a completely different place on the dial. And the people from your past, their receivers are still tuned to the old channel. They can't hear you anymore. Not clearly anyway. The connection becomes full of static. The conversations feel strained. The old ease is gone. It's not their fault. And it is certainly not your fault. It is simply a law of resonance. You can't receive a radio station if you're not tuned to its frequency. The emptiness you feel is not a void. It is a clearing. It is one of the most reliable and powerful signs reality can give you that you are on the right path. It's a confirmation that the work you're doing on the inside is real. So real that it's reshaping your world on the outside. The quiet is the sound of your old reality dissolving to make way for the new one. The loneliness is a sacred space, an antechamber you must walk through to get to the next grand room of your life. It feels like a loss, but it is actually a graduation. You have outgrown the container of your old life. The container has to break so that you can expand. So when you find yourself in that quiet room, looking at a phone that isn't ringing, I want you to try something. Instead of asking, "What did I do wrong?" ask a different question. Ask, "What is my soul getting ready for?" Because this silence is the sound of its answer taking shape. It's the sound of new leaves getting ready to be born. By the way, our shared space of light and awareness is on its way to 100,000 people. Thank you to everyone who subscribes and brings this moment closer. So how do you sit in that empty room? How do you hold the silent phone in your hand and not let the panic take over? Here's the secret. The true suffering never comes from the silence itself. It comes from fighting it. It comes from the frantic scrolling, the desperate text messages sent into the void, the obsessive replaying of past events. It's the resistance to the quiet that creates the pain, not the quiet itself. The moment you stop fighting it and instead learn to navigate it, everything changes. The experience shifts from a terrifying ordeal into a sacred and powerful period of creation. And there are a few simple, natural steps to help you do this. The first is simply to acknowledge the pattern. Instead of seeing 10 different people pulling away and taking each one as a separate personal wound, you zoom out. You see it for what it is. One single event, one single process unfolding. It's not that Sarah is mad at you and Mark is busy and your brother is being distant. It's that the entire web of your old reality is dissolving at once because its anchor, the old you, is no longer there. When you see it as a pattern, you depersonalize the pain. It's no longer an attack on you. It's a natural phenomenon, like the tide going out or the leaves falling from the tree. You can observe it with a sense of wonder, even curiosity, instead of fear. The second step is to consciously turn your energy inward. Think of all the energy you use to spend maintaining those connections. The texting, the planning, the worrying, the explaining yourself. That energy is now free. It has been returned to you. The universe has given you a profound gift, the gift of your own undivided attention. Don't waste it by chasing after people who are walking away. Use it. Pour that energy back into yourself. This is the time to get radically honest. Who are you right now in this quiet room? What do you actually want when you're not trying to fit into someone else's conversation? Journal, walk in the woods, sit by a window and just breathe. Listen to music that moves your soul. Get reacquainted with the person who is emerging from the dust of your old life. This is your chrysalis phase. You are not meant to be socializing. You are meant to be transforming. And the third step, the most important one, is to trust. Trust that this space is being cleared for something, not just taken away from you. Nature does not create a vacuum for no reason. This emptiness is a homing beacon. Here's how the architecture of reality works in this situation. The new people, the new opportunities, the new ideas that are aligned with the person you are becoming, they are out there, looking for you. But they couldn't find you in the noise of your old life. Your signal was buried in the static of obligations and relationships that were no longer a vibrational match. This quiet, this emptiness you feel, is actually the clearest signal you can possibly send out. It's a bright, shining light in the darkness, saying, "Here I am ready for what's next." The new connections, the ones that will form the foundation of your next chapter, can only find their way to you when the old pathways are cleared. They are drawn to the space, to the clarity, to the authentic signal of the real you that is finally being broadcast without interference. You have to be an empty vessel before you can be filled with something new. This isn't magical thinking. It's a mechanism as real as biology. Think of a snake. In order to grow, it has to shed its skin. The old skin becomes tight, restrictive, and dull. The process of shedding is uncomfortable and vulnerable. The snake has to rub itself against rough surfaces, moving in ways that feel awkward. For a time, it is raw, exposed, and sensitive. But it knows, on a deep, instinctual level, that this process is the only way to grow. It is shedding the very thing that used to protect it. It is letting go of its old identity. You are doing the same. You are shedding your old social skin. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to feel vulnerable. But underneath it, a new, vibrant, more expansive version of you is already fully formed, waiting to emerge. Understanding this turns a period of what feels like intense loneliness into a period of powerful, conscious incubation. You stop seeing yourself as abandoned and start seeing yourself as being in holy preparation. You are not being left behind. You are being moved ahead, cleared for takeoff. The quiet room is not a prison. It is a launch pad. And the silence is not an absence. It is the sound of your future arriving. If this video changed something in you, write in the comments, "I trust the quiet." Write it as your promise. Nobody